Hi, friends. We at GLC would like to take a quick moment to thank you for watching our programs on this platform, and we'd like to ask you for a little favor. Would you please go beneath this video and click the subscribe button? Did you know that by simply subscribing to the GLC YouTube channel, you can help us financially support the programs on this platform? You'll need to be signed into YouTube beforehand, but if not, simply click the subscribe button and YouTube will automatically walk you through the steps to sign in or to create an account. By taking these simple steps, you will not only ensure that you continue to receive our unique programming and gain instant access to the hundreds of videos we post, but more importantly, you'll also be telling YouTube that GLC's content is worth watching and promoting. Likewise, if you enjoyed a specific program, please click the thumbs up button below, which also helps inform YouTube that this is a program worth recommending. Finally, once you have logged in and subscribed, please click the notification bell below in order to receive announcements when we post new content. As usual, feel free to post your questions and comments in the comments section below. We always love hearing from our friends and viewers. Again, thank you for watching and supporting God's Learning Channel. We couldn't spread the message of the gospel without you. Be blessed, and we hope you enjoy the show. It's as goes Israel, so goes the world, with world-renowned teacher, author, speaker, and so much more. My friend, Avi Lipkin. How you doing there, Avi?
Fantastic. I salute you all.
I salute you too, man. So much is going on in the world. Oh my gosh, where do you start? I mean, you have Canadians wanting to be Americans. You have the Communist Party in Canada crumbling. You have Trump changing the rhetoric that's been, the song of the White House towards Israel the last 4 years. Where do you start, Avi? Well, let's just start with you. How was the Lipkin family doing?
We're all doing very well. And actually, a pastor, they were supposed to do a Zoom with my son tomorrow. My son just cannot make it tomorrow, and so I volunteered. So actually, I brought my son that pastor, so he knows me already. So I like three. So I'll be happy to do the Zoom with my son. So that's already good news. I think the most important word, there's one word today that's more important than anything else.
Okay.
And that word is don't. President Trump, that word don't is not in my vocabulary.
There you go. There you go.
And you're asking me about Israel and what is Israel going to do with Gaza? The answer is don't is not a word from the vocabulary.
No, it's not. And isn't that great? Isn't that great? Of course, you have terrorists being released. You have Soros being given a medal. You have Hillary, given a medal as well. I think now that the children of the serpent have been exposed, they've got nothing to lose by acting the way they normally act, just out in public. And but I'm so happy that President Trump will not say don't to Israel, because we need true leadership in the world. And ironically, I know it sounds funny, but I think even the bad players see more stability under Trump than this unpredictable Marxist Obama era. And interesting, very, very interesting. The true leadership. And Trump will not say don't. And because Netanyahu will finish the job. And speaking of Netanyahu, how is he doing in his health-wise? And also, I'm assuming that election went off the way that it should.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Netanyahu is recuperating. But of course, after the kind of operation he had, this was sent off for a biopsy. And so we're all very optimistic, and we're all praying that there's no cancer and that the operation went well. We don't really hear Netanyahu very much. He was on TV once today, but everything is involving the release of the hostages or the failure to release the hostages, in which case the army prediction is 3 months, there is no more Hamas. Now, you want to say something?
Well, I was just lamenting the fact that, we have American hostages as well. in that group. And so you have Biden releasing Yemen or Yemeni terrorists associated with 9/11, but it says don't when it comes to pursuing the release of our hostages, both Israeli and American. Does it get more treasonous than that, folks? Does it get more treacherous than that? It can't come soon enough. January 20th, and even then, I'll be pleasantly surprised if it goes on without a hitch. But Trump will not say don't to Netanyahu. I think that he knows better. I think Trump knows that Israel has divine backing, and I'm glad that Netanyahu is alive and well.
One of the things that we were we are very concerned about is that former President Obama, when he was a lame duck, he still had the malice to go to the UN and get Israel condemned. And then a lot of trouble we're facing today is from Obama, from that condemnation at the UN. Right. We are very, very concerned that Biden will do exactly the same thing to us in the next 2 weeks. So Israel is basically doing don't. According to Biden, we don't want to give him any excuses because the UN resolutions are very, very damaging to Israel. They're all lies and they're all wrong. But we want to make sure that Biden doesn't pull off any more stunts with us.
Well, and of course, you're not dealing with Biden. You're dealing with Obama still, and Valerie Jarrett, the Iranian who sworn to destroy America openly. And but yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with serpents, when you're dealing with animals and predators, you can walk softly, but their nature is their nature. We just look forward to true leadership coming back into play. But at this point, do you think anybody would take Biden seriously? He doesn't seem to be in control of his own bodily functions, much less being the leader of the free world.
Well, we take him very seriously because the United States theoretically should not be allowing the UN, should not be allowing the International Crimes Court in Holland to put out the arrest warrant for our soldiers and for Netanyahu and for our defense minister. I'm almost urging myself to go to Brazil to say, I killed how many thousands of terrorists, so that I'm too old to be in the army. So I'm old news, But, Biden wanted to release 11 terrorists. And Biden wants us to release 900 Hamas terrorists from our jail.
Ones that Obama does, yes.
They raped our girls, chopped up the victims, cooked babies in microwaves in front of the parents and killed the parents. And all this they documented. So we have a very, very sick enemy, and we have a sick administration in Washington protecting the sick enemy.
Well, because you're part of the administration.
I cannot wait for Trump to assume the presidency.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. My conscience is clear. My conscience is good that I and all my family voted for Trump. Absentee ballot from Israel.
As is mine. Seeing the picture of Hillary getting this award from Biden, and seeing right beside it a picture of I believe Christopher Stevens, who asked for more security in Libya, was denied by Hillary. For 7 hours, Hillary and Obama were missing in action as our military was told to stand down, and our boys died while ISIS took the weapons from Libya. That was the arming of ISIS. And wow. And so I haven't forgotten. I hope America hasn't forgotten, But evil is self-destructive. Evil rewards each other. They pat each other on the back. They fear no consequence. People forget that the first time Trump won, Hillary said, if that BAS, the rest of the word wins, we'll all be hanging from nooses. Why did she say that? Well, it's because you have traitors in the White House treasonous activities bought and paid for. And you've got dirty politicians on both sides, but one party has championed the new Democrat Communist Party, and look how that's going. But the echoes of freedom are reaching the people of Canada as Trudeau announced yesterday that he was going to resign because the liberal communist faction he has championed is crumbling in Canada. I'm not sure what impacts there may be to Israel in regards to Trudeau in Canada. I know he's hosted war game exercises by China right off our border. And Trump is not a big fan of Trudeau, and Trump's actually encouraging Canada to become a part of America. What thoughts, if any, do you have on Trudeau, a.k.a. Castro's son, many believe, getting ready to resign? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, he's also a born-again Muslim. He converted to Islam.
Oh, okay. Well, that didn't surprise me.
These are things, nobody talks about them, but he's a Muslim, and everything he did was pro-Muslim. I will say one thing, in all fairness to Canada, I think they have 10 provinces, so they should have 10 states.
Right.
And Israel and America should unite. Israel should be the first state, and the United States should be the second state of Israel. Maybe Canada will be the third state. How's that for fairness?
Hey, there you go. That'd be a good try there.
Do you know what they say in Greenland?
Well, I'm not sure what they're saying right now, but I know Trump's eyeing Greenland.
Well, I got it in today's news. The people from Greenland are saying, MAGA, Greenland, make us America again.
Make Greenland great again. MG.
They want Trump to make Greenland the power.
Well, I think Greenland would fare better, than they have. It's just interesting to see the world stage and what happens when you get true leadership coming in. I'm not sure if you remember, but the lame duck time of Obama, Osama, as I call him, he didn't even get to stand on the front row by Xi Jinping. Whoever. I think that Xi Jinping was already in power during the last part of Obama's whatever you call it. But anyhow, he lost favor, and of course, the world has been laughing at Biden for the last 4 years. But it's interesting to see the expressions on the people's faces. I mean, even Trump was able to pan a photograph of Jill Biden gushing over him, and he put the caption, a fragrance even your enemies can't resist. That's Trump, that's Trump. But his official return can't come quickly enough. Talk about a Marvel dream team. Good gosh, he's got quite a dream team there, quite a contrast from the circus we had before, two guys in drag and a mop-headed lying press secretary. I mean, my gosh, regardless of what race she is, she was a joke. And in this case, most definitely a DEI hire. Didn't earn it hire. And look where that's got us. My gosh. So I'm looking forward to Trump being back in power and having some type of semblance of sanity back in America.
I have to tell you something. I don't know if we have enough time.
We're doing fine.
5 minutes,
Yeah.
5-10. But, as part of my message in the churches, I always talk about a German philosopher 200 years ago who said that the world is going to have to choose between the foolishness of the Americans and the despotism and tyranny of the Russians. This is 200 years ago.
Wow.
I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep because I couldn't remember the name of that German philosopher. And it's important because I'm giving a lecture. I haven't given lectures in 2 years.
Right.
So finally in the morning, it came to me. Heinrich Heine. Heinrich Heine was the German philosopher who who said 200 years ago that that the world will have to choose between a foolish America and a despotism and tyranny of the Russians. Then I tried to go back to sleep again. Well, I was up already. The next day, I said, well, there's another part to the story. There's a book called Democracy in America. And I read this book when I was a senior at college in 1966, and I couldn't remember the author. And I couldn't sleep the next night either. The name of the author is Alexis de Tocqueville. And he said, America will be the greatest country on earth because the American people are good people and their pulpits are on fire for the Lord. And I thought to myself, you know what? Trump won because our pulpits are still on fire for the Lord. And he said, when America's pulpits are no longer on fire for the Lord, America will lose its preeminence in the world. Wow. So this election was proof of Alexis de Tocqueville, also written 200 years ago, just like Heinrich Heine. And so my message in the churches basically is that Americans are foolish, but they are foolish in the Lord. And when you are foolish in the Lord, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop Trump. America is the greatest nation on earth because American pulpits are on fire for the Lord. And I'm telling you this as a Jewish man who recognizes the importance of Christianity in America's destiny. But the thing was, I'm 76, and I couldn't remember those two names, Heinrich Heine and Alexis de Tocqueville. So I'm just very happy that God has not caused me to permanently not remember the name of those guys. And it's part of the basis of American history that makes America so great. And I'm so happy that Trump is back, and or will be back in 2 weeks, unless, as Boris and Natasha used to say, unless he has an accident. So I hope he's back.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm amazed and concerned, but hopeful all at the same time. Never before in my lifetime have I seen such an abandonment of trust with our government, with our healthcare system, with the media, with the entertainment world. And so talking about a clean slate, it was shows like ours that helped Trump get elected. It was the mainstream media that had been so out of touch. It wasn't Hollywood, whose minions that have sold their souls are no longer the gods of America in their minds. Big Pharma was exposed. I'm amazed that there's people walking around free like Fauci. He should be tried for crimes all over the world. And Big Pharma, Pfizer made their billions and paid out their millions for killing millions of people. But I've never seen such a level of distrust before. And it's very clear. It's a new day. But along with this distrust is a new optimism. And I'm excited about it. And I pray that it continues, to embolden those pastors and pulpits on fire for the Lord, as you say. I definitely saw more outspoken pastors this election than the last one, unfortunately. But I also know that they had a pandemic underway, and people were either defiant against the orders of this social experiment, or they were complicit. The churches that were complicit never got their people back. And very interesting. There's a huge church in Amarillo, Texas that was complicit, and they have yet to get their people back. I think people remember who was bold, who stood, who did not. And I think that another attempt at a bird flu or whatever else, I think it would be met with the same type of resistance. So, there we are. And so anyway, but I'm hopeful and optimistic.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the best way that people can get behind Avi Lipkin right now? BiblicalAlliance.com. What else?
Well, firstly, of course, pray. Pray for Avi Lipkin. Prayer avails much. But yes, BiblicalAlliance.com. People can write to me. If they write, I answer them. Also, YouTube's Avi Lipkin are free. And every week I post a YouTube. People can really study history from them. And as you probably know, I'm getting ready to come back to the States in a few weeks. And I know that if there are cities with 100 churches, 99 will reject me, but one will say, bring them on, bring them on. So I know even in Amarillo or in Lubbock or wherever you are in Arkansas, I may be having churches in what's the name? Beltonville?
Bentonville, Arkansas. Yes, yes.
Where Walmart is. And so there's some good churches, small groups, big groups. I go to any group. I don't charge a fee. If people are led of the Lord to make a contribution, then that's fantastic. But like I'm saying, 1 out of 100 will have me, and that keeps me busy full time.
Wonderful. Well, that's exciting. And if people want to connect with you, invite you to their church along your route, what's the fastest, easiest, quickest, most convenient way to reach you and to book you?
Just go to BiblicalAlliance.com. I'm on the computer all the time, and I answer these emails very quickly. I just don't know yet exactly the date, obviously, because if President Trump does not say don't, we're going to be seeing solutions to problems, nagging problems that have to be dealt with. And so I may still have to stay a little longer, but I don't think it's going to take very long before I'm on the plane back to the States.
And as you say, you have weekly updates to your YouTube channel?
Yes, every Tuesday. I did one today, and I think it's posted already, but it'll be posted by tonight, tomorrow morning. And it's update on what's going on that week.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I'm logging in right now. And you want to be sure and subscribe. I thought I already subscribed. Must have under another account there. But Avi Lipkin, you got the channel right there. You know what's also good about sharing a YouTube video? If you're one of those people that you would like for Avi to come to your church, you can go to Avi Lipkin, of course, BiblicalAlliance.com, but you can also go to his YouTube channel, share one of the teachings, share one of the videos. The good thing about YouTube is you don't have to log in. You can see it right away on a text, and more people are responding to text these days. So text your pastor or church leadership one of the teachings of Avi Lipkin and have him at your church and host him and enjoy and bless him. But I have a feeling, Avi, that more people this go around will hopefully take advantage of your wisdom and teaching and have you and host you. So, and it's great having you and hosting you today, my friend, for another As Goes Israel. We love you. And may God save America and God bless Israel. And
I think,
that's my friend.